Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm doing okay. I am having some technical difficulty, but that is nothing new. Nothing new at all. I hope you all are doing well. I don't know what's going on with the interwebs today, but it's okay. Good morning, Heather. How are you today? Hopefully well. I pulled out some stuff. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna be making some more baubles and doodads because this little bit of stuff we made on Friday is not enough. But I need to run and grab something because I forgot to get it. So I'm gonna leave you with some beauty to watch, like beads. And I pulled out more stuff because more is fun sometimes, and we need some chunky chunk stuff. I realize that. And just a little bit of different things. Instead of me trying to hold on to the stuff, I want to go ahead and just try to use more versus less. So when I went to come on to the stream, the way I set the video up, I set it up on my cell phone. And for some reason, if I don't do it on a computer, it will not like click in or activate, which is so weird to me that it's frustrating. So I have to actually go back and recreate another live stream for it to work. And I don't know what the deal is with that situation. So I'll have to like look into it to actually see why it's doing that versus how I can make it stop. So I did, like I said, I was a little bit diligent, a little bit, and I pulled out these baubles and doodads from previous crafty times. Just gonna put this here because we're gonna get into it today. Get into crafting, not like into it, like fighting or anything like that. But I thought we would keep the same color theme, blues, purples, um, things like that. So I don't even know if we'll be able to use this. We can use this one. And these are before I found love, which is the one bead looper. As you can see, I still have these over here that I didn't make. But I felt like we didn't have enough random weird color situation going on. So I thought that would be fun to just pull out some and see where we're going to go with this. I like this one too. So we're going to just set this to the side. And then I already had some sea theme things pulled out from different times because that's my thing. I like nautical stuff. Good morning, Nix. Good morning, Samara. Hope all of you are doing well. I do need to step away and grab something. I had some technical difficulties with the computer, of course. That is my life when I don't set up the camera, when I don't set up the stream from this computer. That is my life. So I will be right back. I'm going to leave a little bit of eye candy for you to look at. I don't have music in the background. I normally just craft. I don't have music in the background. Also, last week I missed a very important phone call. So I have my phone on vibrate. Hopefully it doesn't disturb anyone. Good morning, Deb. I hope you're doing well. I had stepped away to grab something so we could have a mini reference. And so I'm not sure if you create all of your videos when you get ready to go live on your same computer. This morning, last night I set up on my cell phone because I was trying to be proactive backwards apparently, and I had an issue this morning, so it took me longer than I thought it was going to take me to just click, go play or whatever. So I just needed to run and do, you know, two things before I came and sat down. So we're going to pull out the bead board just so I don't have beads everywhere. But this I created a while back, and we're going to make something similar to this. Not so much stripy, but just mermaidy, under the sea, mystical kind of. But this is, the goal that we're going for. But it's going to have a lot of sea creature-esque things on it. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was quite uneventful. The little roommate, as you all know, was out of school on Friday. I don't really remember the weekend, to be quite honest. I do know that I woke up Sunday with a bad headache, and it's still like kind of coming and going. It subsides a little bit and then it comes back, subsides a little bit and then it comes back. So yeah, I don't really know why. I have an idea that water is a big issue. Yeah, I use my cell phone when I record videos upstairs because I have a setup upstairs, but I've been crafting more in this area that I'm in right now. But I'm gonna go back to my desk because it looks desolate. Like you you see remnants of like a booming town, and then you go back and it's just like, oh, this looks so sad. That's how my craft room looks. It's like, oh, you came in to get something. Oh, okay. You didn't come to sit in a chair? No, no. Okay. Well, maybe next time is how my the situation is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these pieces right here. And I'll use that. I just want to put these baubles and things. I don't know what they're really called. I watched a video. What I'm about to say is true for me, at least. I watched a video a few days ago about chunky charms. Because I want to share with you all that you don't have to do it the way I do it. You can do it however you want to do it and still come up with something amazing, fantabulous, whatever, right? So people tend to make their chunky charms chunky. I am not that person. Um, I don't know if it's because I'm chinchy with my craft materials, even though, I tend to overindulge sometimes, or if it's because I think that looks. I've seen massive chunky charms like this big, and it's like, what are you gonna do with that big old thing? Yes, yes, they did. Thank you, Deb. I actually did a video, but I'm like, I don't know if it's a good enough video. I was trying to be super proactive today, and sometimes when you're super proactive, you end up not being as proactive as you think. I'm just gonna put some of these to the side. Yeah, it came, and everybody got theirs before me. So yeah, I don't know if I'll, because we talked about the subscription thing. I don't know if I'll do it again or if I'll just do it from time to time. I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's going to be a good day when you drop the beads on the floor. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I got mine yesterday, but I didn't check the mail yesterday. I don't check my mail every day, only because it's not outside my house. It's around the corner, around two corners to get to. We have a mailbox thing. And it could be annoying for me to do that. So I don't check it all the time. Um, I did want to just throw in some of these beads because I realized that, you know, why keep the beads if you're going to just not use them? Let's go crazy. I did find a bag of beads that I have had from the past, and I want to say that I have no yellow in those either. So if anyone was to challenge me with a yellow bead situation, I would probably lose because I don't have yellow. I guess, we do craft in the colors that we like the most, which cannot be a very good thing for you all that watch me make all the stuff in blues and greens. But it's all right. But we're gonna be doing some trinkets. The gold, yeah, I could, but I was thinking in my head it would be more springy. So I did make the bracelet that I showed y'all last week with gold in it, but it wasn't yellow, like yellow, even though gold is yellow. So, sometimes you can be a bit much, like, too picky, and that's what I was doing. All right, so let's see. Now I do want to talk about things that I want to learn, and I'm glad Deb is here. I'm not gonna pick her brain too much because she's trying to get her stuff ready for a video, her Tuesday video. But I think that whenever you're doing something, let's just say you want to learn how to do something, the best way to learn how to do it is to figure out what the heck it is first, like the name or the title or whatever it is, and then go out and seek it. Pinterest, I would say like 5 years ago, Pinterest like was the mecca of crafting. Now it's more like you go to Pinterest and you get a bunch of Etsy ads. And that's fine if you like doing your stuff like that. I am not really big into all the Etsy stuff. Not saying I'm not into people's Etsy shop, but if I want Etsy stuff, I'll go to Etsy and type in what I'm looking for in Etsy. Um, but it is a way to get people seen and known. So, it's a double-edged sword. But when I'm looking at, if I type in t-shirt designs, I don't want to go to someone's Etsy shop. I'm looking at t-shirt designs to make for myself, not purchase from someone. All right, let's go ahead and get into this fun adventure today. I was really happy, and the colors in the box, the bead box are all colors that I like earthy colors and things like that. So it's going to be really cool. I had mentioned you in the video. I was like, yeah, you probably won't ever see me create anything like Deb or the other ladies in the collaboration because you all just look at something and you're like, oh, I'm going to make this. And when you show it, you're like, yeah, I made this with this, and it's that. And I'm like, that's cool. That's very cool. But I think I just enjoy subscribing to uh okay I like to be a part of a subscription and get a random crafting stamps or whatever in the mail. I do tend to overdo it sometimes, so I have to be mindful because now I have a subscription that I don't even use. So I want to talk to you all about beads and stuff like that. This is a public service announcement, not a go out and buy it announcement. I want to tell you that the bead prices are creeping up, like craft stuff is going up. And so if you go to the craft store and you're in the market to buy some beads, right? If you can afford it and you like it, don't say I'll come back next week to get it, especially if you're like into beading or paper crafting or whatever, because the prices and or quantity of the things, it's not decreasing, it's only increasing. I know Michael's changed their paper situation. It's cheaper now, but I feel like it's thinner as well. Yeah, I really, really like that box a lot. I need to just find my favorite tool that I put up because I was being so proactive in cleaning up, and now I gotta get it. I need that. That's my bread and butter, my money maker. Not really, but I thought it'd be funny to say. All right, and while we're doing that, we're gonna pull out these. I really want to put all of the same colors together versus having them kind of all willy nilly. Yeah. I also like that they give you such a huge discount um at another, their sister store. So if you're into different things, you can go over there and buy it or, gift it to people. So that's always a good thing. What the heck did I do? Every time I try to get prepared, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm under prepared most of the time. That craft fairy needs to hurry up and get here. That's what needs to happen. All right, let's do this. So I do put this back in the container every time I buy it. I use it. I didn't do that with my 3O, which I should have done because it can preserve. I feel like it preserves it. I don't know if that's true, but that's just how I feel about it. All right, so we're gonna go here. No real rhyme or reason for these setups today. Also, I've watched a few, not watched, I went on to Pinterest recently, and I always like for the jewelry collab. I always go to Pinterest when I'm stuck because I get tired of making like a chunky bracelet. I mean, not a chunky bracelet, a stretch bracelet. I want to do something else, so I want to challenge myself. But then I'm like, I don't have the quote unquote material to do the project. Oh yeah, see, yeah, the one. Well, I only subscribed for the 1 month, but I think the coupon expires in May. But because you know more about beading and things like that, jewelry making, I feel like you will get a better bang for your buck versus me just kind of, oh, that's pretty, and then never using it. I am not. Oh well, let's see. But I did realize something, and this is gonna sound very enably or whatever, or unenably. Unenably is probably a better one. I think that I'm good on craft stuff for forever. All right. So I love this thing. I know I tell you that all the time, but I really do. It just saves me a lot of headache. And this is a little bit loose. When you're making your chuck shelves, you don't want it to be super uh, tight. You want it to kind of dangle and make a lot of noise so people can get annoyed with you, right? That's the purpose of a chuck charm. Just like those bells on crazy costumes during the holidays, or the little flashing light things that you have. Yeah. I I actually went through some of my woodblock stamps in November, I want to say, and I sorted through a lot of them, not all of them. And I wanted to do like a sale, a D-stash, and then I was like, I really don't want to do that. So I've been bagging them up and selling them locally, and just when they sell, they sell. Because it's a hassle. Currently, it's much more of a hassle for me to get to certain things in a timely manner versus whenever I get to them. And if you sell something, I know how I feel when people say, they'll have a D stash on a Monday and they say, "Oh, I'm only gonna mail out on Saturday." You should have did the D stash on Saturday then or Friday. And I know it takes time to get everything organized, but I've also been to sales where people have shipped the crap out the next day. So, it's a double-edged sword, I think. Yeah, I could never do that, Heather. I would never say I'm gonna go on a freeze because I would be at the craft store every day for that whole month. And that's why I don't say, oh, I'm gonna do a spending freeze or any type of freeze. I just will go to the craft store and not buy anything. Like recently, my friend and I, we went last week. Was it, what day was it? It was Friday. We went thrifting or whatever, and I did get a few things, but not a bunch. They're still in my car, and that's the part that I don't like. I still have junk in the car. I don't want to leave junk in the car. I want to be able to take the crap out and put it up. So, and it's funny, she just sent me a message saying I'm not going shopping until I get rid of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm all for it until I hear about a great sale or something. Yeah, I never, I wouldn't, I'm a self-saboteur. What is it called? The imposter syndrome? Is that what? I know I'm a self-saboteur. So I don't ever like to tell myself we're not going to do something. Because the minute I say, oh, we're not going to do it, I'm doing it. So I always find it just easier to just tell myself, okay, it's time to cut back versus limit. But I do think that I probably will not be going out much um, to shop. So that's going to be helpful. I'm not sick or ill or anything. I just last week I had went out and I just got overwhelmed with the people and like their attitudes and stuff like that. I was like, it's easier to stay home. Oh yeah, definitely, Deb. So I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to say, oh, I'm going on this big, huge freeze. And then I go because people, when you tell people certain things, they hold you accountable more so than you hold yourself accountable. So if I was to say, oh, I'm not doing this anymore, people are like, oh, I thought you weren't going to do this. Because I know I've done it to people before. I'll be like, I thought you said that, you weren't going to eat that cheese. You weren't going to eat cheeseburgers for the month or whatever. The only time I'm very good at not doing that is for Lent. And I didn't participate in Lent this year. I'm not Catholic or anything like that, but I tend to choose something that I can not eat or give up or whatever. So a couple of years ago, I gave up, 2006? Yeah, 2006, I gave up pork. And I haven't had, people have given me pork randomly throughout that time frame. Um, and then in 2009, I gave up beef. So I don't eat beef or pork anymore, and not for religious reasons, just because. But I have thought about, getting a nice juicy burger. Because, beef burgers taste a lot different than turkey burgers. But I feel like if you decide that you don't want to do something, some people are better at saying I'm not going to do it. Like I think Samara has a lot of willpower, a lot better willpower than I do. I know that for sure. Because I'd be like, oh, I'm going to the craft store. She's like, I'm not going. And she'll say, I haven't been to the craft store in X amount of, weeks or months or whatever. I'm like, how do these people do this? Because I want to go to the store and see what they have. Even if I don't buy anything, I want to see what they have. And I think that's when I get in trouble because I'm like, ooh. But lately, I haven't been attracted to much of the stuff that Michaels has had. But I like shiny paper for projects that I don't keep myself. And so when they have the shiny paper on sale, I'll buy it. Um, oh, yeah, mine too. I saw someone do something. I was like, I got to go to the Dollar Tree. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and they didn't have it. And I told my friend, I said, I'm not driving to 10, $20 trees to find this thing. And that's one thing, like if I say I'm not going to do it when it comes to like traveling and wasting gas money, because gas is expensive right now. At least where I live, it could be cheap for wherever you all are, but it's not cheap for me. Um, I don't do it. I don't tend to do it. I'm like, nope, and nope. So my goal is to try and get this thing overflowing. because I have a fun, cool project that I want to work on and show you all. And I haven't been able to. I was the project I've had for a while in my head, but I was like, what am I gonna fill this with? And I thought it would be. I think it's going to be really cool to just fill it with beads and letter beads, because she bought more. And then I was like, you don't need any more letter beads. So, I'm having an internal struggle with letter beads within myself because, a lot of people don't sell just vowels or T's, like Wheel of Fortune back in the day. I remember when Wheel of Fortune, you had to guess all of the 7 letters, and then they started giving you what R, S, T, L, N, and E, and then you pick what 3 other ones to go with. So yeah, and also I know some people are probably cringing at me mixing the color metals. I like that. I think that when you think about uh, what is that word? A treasure. It's filled with all kinds of things. It may have some, if you think about a treasure that may have sunk, it may even have like a tattered dress or cloth. Pictures could be in there. Because your treasure is what you think your treasure is. Oh yeah, I was saying like when I was a little, like the early, whenever Wheel of Fortune first came out, at the last, is it fast round cash money? The showcase. No, that's Price is Right. At the last thing, they used to have you pick all the letters out. But I want to say in the 90s, they changed it where they give you RSTLN and I think the letter E, and then you get to pick 3 other letters. I think you get to pick three consonants and 1 vowel. I think that's how they changed it. Um, yeah. I don't watch adult television anymore. My son is a parrot right now, and I'm not gonna bring up the name of this thing that's going on, but they have recently put out like a warning for kids on social media, watching a specific thing. Okay, yeah, yeah. So they did, it was never like that before, and then they changed it because those are common letters that we use. And so if I was to go and buy more alphabets, I feel like they should have those letters in. Because happy has 2 P's. If you make 10 chains with happy in it, you probably ran out of your P's or bracelets or whatever. But I am enjoying making those like motivational bracelets. And if you have been to Hobby Lobby recently, they sell a whole little kit that's like that, which I think is really cool. I like this one. I'm not a big purple. I'm not really fond of purple and crafting, but for the theme that I'm going with, the whole mermaidy thing, I want to do that. And also, I made a chunky bracelet a while back. I can't find it, of course, but I want to do that again. So I'm going to have to lay out all of the pieces and go from there. I also have, like when you are working, you create a schedule for yourself and you try to stick to that schedule. I have been poor on my schedule. I have not been consistent at all. So that is my goal. I don't set resolutions, but I always set kind of like attainable goals, because sometimes we can be unrealistic. Like if you weigh X amount of pounds, you say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by tomorrow. Unless you're taking off your handbag or whatever, you probably won't lose 10 pounds by tomorrow unless you do something really drastic to lose that weight. But you say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next month, you can, because you can safely lose 2 pounds a week. And most of the time, the first couple of pounds you lose is water weight anyway. Um, so yeah, I want to be more realistic with and attainable goals as well as realistic. Sometimes we just put things out there and we're not really honest with ourselves. I That's one thing I have to be more mindful of is life happens and you can't beat yourself up because you didn't get a chance to do everything on your agenda. When my mom was here, she'd always say, you can't put 48 hours in a day. And I always would respond, I could try. Like I would try to do as much as possible, go to sleep late, wake up early, and do it all over again. Ma'am, if we could lose 10 pounds in a day, whew, I would be ecstatic about that. But, it's probably, if you can lose 10 pounds in a day, it's probably super unhealthy for you. I remember I had watched this documentary. It was a place in Africa, I want to say, that they were taking opposite of diet pills. It was fat gaining pills, and you can get sick from that as well. So they were saying that the bigger the person is, the wealthier they are because they have money to buy food and all that other stuff. And that's how the men would pick their wife by the fattest or biggest lady. And they were saying, the documentary was saying that it's not healthy because they have been taking these fat pills or whatever the thing is to make you fat. And I was like, see, America, we got it backwards. We are thick. We know we're eating junk, and these people are trying to gain weight. Yeah, I have a goal too. I need to start. I started working, well, riding my exercise bike. And if you didn't know, yeah, I caught pain. I had very bad pain and spasming, and my body's like, listen, we're not young anymore. We're refusing to do this type of nonsense. We're gonna just need you to go and sit down. So the next day I did some sit-ups, and then my back really got mad at me. So if you haven't worked out in a while, they have a program. It's like not a documentary, but you can look it up. It's called Back to Walking or Back to Running, and it tells you how to do it safely. You can just look it up. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Yeah, that looks weird. We don't want everything to be perfect, pretty. We want it to be a little bit off. Oh, okay. How's that working next? That would be cool to know about your progress. I think that if I just cooked more at home and stopped going to the drive-thru and saying, "Can I get a number?" Fill in the blank or whatever, and I just walked a little bit, I would be okay. But I have pain when I overdo it, so I got it. Like if I work out on a Monday, I most time don't recover till like Thursday, and I don't feel like that's a really good. That's not healthy to do. I do want to say that um I need to go online and find some more head pins and eye pins. I had wanted to get like decorative head and eye pins, and I didn't see anything. I just saw Bubbles. Hi, Cheryl. Oh yeah, that's usually what happens. Like you're doing it, and then something gets in the mix, and you're like, I'll catch back up with it later, and later never really comes, and you're like, okay. That's another reason why I do not set not goals, like restrictions on myself. 907 Crafty Life, her name is Heather, just so y'all know. Um and she's a very good colorist. I don't even know if good is the proper terminology. So let's talk about ordering craft stuff online, right? Am I the only one that will check the shipping as soon as I hit send or pay? because I ordered something on the 27th of March. Everyone, it's still not here. And that is unlike the company that I ordered from. And so I'm starting to get angry, but they could have had a different dispatch day and you know, and I just didn't pay attention to it. I don't know. I just stalk. I really feel bad that I stalk, the shipping company because I want my stuff then. That's why I like to go into the stores and buy it because I want to buy it then. I don't want to wait. I want to, I want to see it and touch it and feel it. I don't want to wait to the it shows up at my door. But then when it shows up at my door, I'm like, yay, I got a package. Then I love it. Okay, this is a lot of gold going on here. A bit much. Let's take some of this gold off because we need some silver doubloons. I saw when you posted that. I don't know if I responded to in that video, but I saw when you whatever video the haul. I think it was a haul video. No, it was a jewelry video. I don't buy from Simon Says unless it's like a great deal. Although I've never had like really bad shipping, I just don't want to be that person that's like complaining, what's going on, where's my stuff? Because I've seen people post and I remember I think it was 2 years ago when Tim Holtz came out with the snarky cat and the Simon Says stamp had the release, and everybody was like, I'm not buying this because no one's going to be crafting when I get it because Simon Says takes so long to ship out. And I was like, oh well, I missed the thing anyway. um and then somebody was upset. They was like, why would he, meaning Tim Holtz, why would he only choose those people to ship out? They have the worst shipping ever. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I think that's another reason, another big turnoff for me with craft companies in general when they have their releases. Like, I wanted to buy something. I won't say the name just because I don't want people to think I'm crapping on that company. They had really, really pretty, it looked really pretty. It was a stamp set. Stamp and die. I rarely buy dies because I'm like, I can just use the scan and cut. And I never bought it, but I was like, and then the next week they had a new release, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I don't, I'm not I'm a find any kind of marker and use it person, but since you are a true colorist, and that makes a lot of sense. I tend not to indulge in the Copics that much. I do have a few that I got on clearance from Hobby Lobby. And I only picked specific colors because the people at Hobby Lobby get mad at you when it's a clearance. They're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Don't clearance your crap out if you don't want us to come." I think that's why they have been doing it in waves of clearance, and like they'll do. I went there last week because I needed paper for a project. Because I started this project and it looked like crap, so I needed to go and buy different paper. My friends like, you're being too hard on yourself. I'm like, yeah, but So all of their hair bands, I guess, were clearance. They were clearancing them because they are all gone. And they have this one little section that I really want to get. They have some kid necklaces with a lot of striped beads. For some reason, these beads cost more than these beads, and I rarely find like big striped beads. So when I do, I just kind of go crazy for them and probably overindulge with the pocketbook. But I tend to enjoy going into the store and checking what they have, not just on clearance, but just in general, because they have some new They have house mouse stamps, wooden, a really pretty wooden one. That I probably will wait and see. I can probably go online and see which place has it cheaper. I also like 123 Stitch. They have a very good shipping. I think it's $4 unless it went up some, and they ship really fast. So 123 Stitch, you would think it's only like for, what is that, cross stitch, but it's not. It actually has dyes, has a lot of stuff. So I think that that would be, where I would go first, looking for something in a very reasonable, it's reasonable price. They had some of the same stamps. I did a haul video last year, or year before last. They had some of the same stamps that scrapbook.com had. And it was like $3 cheaper. I had to wait a little while for them to come into their stock, but when they came in stock, I was like, yes. And then I guess you got to worry about who ships to you, right, Heather? Like in the connected states, we don't have to worry about like shipping. It's pretty decent for the most part. All right, let's see. We got these little beads out. Let me do these. So we're gonna make this look like a little person. So the one thing that I have been wanting to do and I haven't done is make some wood people with these wooden pieces. And so whenever I go on to Pinterest to look up wood people, I tend to have a problem finding it. I think I just type it in the wrong search word though. Yeah, I would think that would probably be a little issue. Let's see. This is not necessary, but we doing it. Yeah, that looks cute. This probably would look better with a head pin. Let's see. Versus an eye pin. I was watching this lady make a chunky charm, and you could tell that she didn't know any of the terminology. She was just making a chunky charm. It was beautiful, chunky charm, and I love that so much. Like, I also love being educated on what craft is what craft, but I also like watching people like myself who don't know all the names for everything that they're using. Like, for the life of me, I can't tell you what these is. I think they're flat nose pliers, but I could be wrong. So I don't know. And like, I always call these needle nose, but I don't think these are what those are either. Um, but I enjoyed it. I was like, yes, this is great. And until you get somebody in the comment section telling the person what it really is. Yeah, I think this looks better. Like that versus that little loop. I don't know what this is gonna be, but oh, see, yeah, flat nose. Cause Deb is like my bead guru. She told me I should use these, and I'm like, okay. Oh man, I should have put a bead down there because I don't like that little loose thing. Yeah, chain nose. I think that's what you told me to use. More square. Yeah. And I don't know. Because she had like wire cutters. The wire cutters that she was using was like big giant wire cutters. And she called them something else. I was like, yes. And I'm like, long as it gets in my head, I'm like, long as it gets the job done. But I've been to people's page and watched their video, and then it was someone in the comment section, being disrespectful, trying to, flex their knowledge. And I'm like, that wasn't needed. That wasn't needed. But lately, that's a lot of stuff that's going on like that, like unneeded, unwarranted things. And then you can always tell people like, yeah, in the comment section they'll tell me. They'll tell me I did it wrong. I don't know. I don't like it. I need a small bead. That's what I need. Let's see if this will work. Flat, flat. Yeah, Deb. I'm assuming Cheryl has. I'm assuming because I asked Deb before. I said, "Did you take classes?" She had made this one really pretty necklace, and I was like, "This lady knows what she's doing." This was a long, long time ago. I was like, "You took classes?" And she was like, "Yes, I've taken classes and I've read books." And she gave me her resume, her dossier, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." I wanted to take a few classes, but I don't know if I have patience enough for those kinds of classes. Um, Now more so than anything, because sometimes when you think you know something, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it this way," and then it's wrong. That would be me. So I have to be mindful of that with the classes. All right, I think this is enough for one chunky charm. Still, we're gonna go bigger. Yeah, and I'm assuming. Well, I'm guessing Cheryl. Yeah, the thing that she made, I want to say it was like a cascading necklace. And I think she made some earrings too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was like floating beads or something. It was something very intricate and detailed, super detailed. And I was like, why not? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. So Deb, you could teach that class. I took a few classes at Michael's. It was all crochet classes. I was supposed to make an apple, but then my mom got admitted to the hospital and I never finished the thing. Um, but again, I already thought I knew what I was doing, and I still can't make a single crochet to save my life the proper way. And then, I'm left handed. Yeah, we lefties. We got to stick together. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I'm not pushing your talent on anyone at all. Because I didn't know, like, quote unquote, regular people taught the Michaels classes until I took the crochet class. And the girl was the cashier at Michaels, and she also worked at another spot, and she taught the crochet classes. I think that teaching adults craft stuff is hard because we know everything, we think we know everything, and you're like, okay, I want to show you all the supplies you'll need. This is called a And people are like, oh, I already know this. This is boring. I can't believe I paid X amount of dollars for this class, blah, blah, blah. And then you do a move and they're like, oh, I missed it. What'd you just do? Yeah, I saw that. I watched one video and I was like, I can't do it. Uh, it was something wrong with the sound, the person's sound. And I was like, oh, I'll just have to, catch it again at another time. I like that. I never knew how to do this until I watched the jewelry spot. Because I was like, I think I probably stuck it through this way. And they say reading is fundamental, but sometimes people don't read. That's all I'm going to say. Excuse me. Yeah, I watched a few of them. I watched the paint one because I was going to have my son not paint. And then I watched a lady talking about jewelry, something jewelry. And then I watched another one, just a random one. But I was like, sometimes people that know things aren't very captivating. So I wasn't very like, ooh, I want to watch this. It's gonna be so amazing. I was kind of like, oh, ho hum, okay. And plus, I think one of those videos, the sound was messed up, so I was like, I didn't really care for it too much. Because you never know when you log in if your tech support is going to be acting right or not. Your technology. Like I tried to, today I set up the video last night on the phone, and then I tried to go live from the computer, and it was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Go ahead and just, recreate it, which is weird. I even tried to go to the streaming, what is it called? Streaming something. And it was like, no, mm-mm, you shall not pass. So I have a project that I'm going to be dedicating, well, today and tomorrow to finish it up. I'm so nervous about this project. I think I started telling y'all last week. So I had made a book and someone saw the book and they want me to do an album. And so I bought the stuff and I worked on it last week, but it was ugly. It was ugly to me. And I was just like, I don't like it. And so I need to, finish it up. And then if the person doesn't like it, then, it'll be done. At least it'll be done. I don't have to worry about it. No, I never heard of cherry tree. Oh, you asked Deb. But I've never heard of cherry tree beads either. Sounds like something we should go look at. Not sure I've been an enabler. And I'm okay with that, just so you know. I don't have to have that title today. Oh, they're expensive. Oh. You know the one beading store that I really wanted to like and love is Fire Mountain Gym because my mom purchased a lot of her beads from there. But because she had a totally different style than I do, I never really saw the love that she had. And I've seen Deb, I think I want to say you did a haul video from there. You had a grab bag. Oh, see. And I wanted that grab bag. Yeah. I just don't, I don't know what to buy, I guess is another thing. Like I wouldn't know what would be great to get or whatever cuz I'm all over the place with my crafting. So I tend to do a random amount of different things. Well, I'll have to give it another chance. I remember I watched a frugal crafter. She had made some jewelry and she had showed this really, really pretty thing. And she's like, I got this from Oriental Trading. Maybe it wasn't jewelry or something she had showed. And I was like, oh, I used to shop there. I had bought some kid. I didn't pass out candy one year. I passed out little grab bags. I had a little small bag of candy. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's where I love watching you because you give education with the beads and stuff. I am kind of like, oh, let's just throw it all in there. Let's throw it to the wall and see if it sticks. But I like when I watch you, okay, this is this, and I think I can't remember when it was. It was either you or Flapping Flamingo was saying that it was dyed. Yeah. With the so if you ever decide to make a chunky charm with the tarnished things, you could just do like a, yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's cute. We are doing baubles. Baubles, baubles, and baubles. No rhyme or reason, just baubles. I think we're good. I'm gonna count them real quick. I did want to make two. Oh, you paint them? Oh, that's cool. Should busy bee. How many you think is in here? Just a random guess. I really want to get yeah, Deb, you have to tell me, hey, they have a sale. I always miss the sales. Like people will do a haul video, and I'm like, I didn't get that memo. They used to send me magazines for a while, but then it was like, we're not gonna waste our magazines on you. You ain't bought nothing in like forever. No, not 30. Almost 30. But again, I don't really need to be buying anything, right? Like that's the whole goal. Use what you have, use what you have, use what you have. Oh yeah, that's cool. I think I may get emails from them from time to time. I can't be too sure though. Cannot be too sure. Nope, not 25. Close. Very close. Not that close, but close. It's 27. Good job, Deb. Yeah. I pulled out these little crabs. So whenever Joanne has the 4 for 10, I like to buy these kind of things. Because I'm into charms. Ooh. Happy birthday! IKEA is about an hour away from my house. Maybe not that far. So, before we go any further, remember I had told you that Nyx had enabled me to buy something. Well, I'm not sure she remembers this or not, but I won this from her a very long time ago. And it's very pretty. It has a heart on it, two little hearts, this little fancy bling bling disco ball, an angel. This is the flower that I was enabled to go buy. Another heart. What is this? Another angel, some hearts, and then some red and clear beads. Yes, it's really pretty. Samara sent me one similar to this, but it has my initials on it. So yeah, I was enabled to go buy these, even though it's not the right size. I couldn't find the correct size, but that is what she enabled me to do. Oh, happy birthday to your little guy too, Nix. Yeah, but I don't know about that statement. My son seems like he wants to at any moment start spewing with his head turning round and round and round. That guy. All right, come the fun part. Happy birthday to both of your little guys. I hope, and I know your son is not a little guy, but I hope he has a wonderful day. And Nix, I hope that you don't give yours too much sweets. So we're going to go ahead and cut some of this chain off. And I think we're just going to cut this amount of chain. And this amount is about 5 inches. 5.5 inches or so. They're like teenagers then. And they're even worse than they are. All right. So I'm just twisting this off, apart, I should say. And now I'm just going to thought I had it here, but I don't. Oh, here it is right here. This little wrap. Um, I I don't think it's any hope for your son. Not to be negative, Nix, but from what I've seen, kids are just crazy. Deb, you can make them as long or as short as you want them to be. I tend to do about 16 chain links though, but this time I just guesstimated. Yeah, good luck. I think I told y'all this last week. I saw a lady at the grocery store. My son was almost 2, or maybe he was 2. And she was like, "Oh yeah, terrible twos." My nephew hit terrible twos and didn't get out of it till he was 7. So that is totally up to you. So this one is not very, very long, but I think this will be fine. And like I said earlier, some people do real, real chunky, and others don't do that chunky. I do like to put a jump ring on and a split ring at the very top so that it doesn't come apart. Not, no, 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 no. I like to use a large split ring and then a small split ring to connect the key, charm, or chain to this, as well as the bottom piece. And the other ones, I was using split rings, but then it was just giving me a headache. So I stopped doing that. And right now, of course, I can't seem to find my split rings. So, if you're real crafty, you can make them yourself, or you can just find your other ones. So I'll put this on afterwards. And I'm going to use these cuter color as well as the clear ones. I want to have a variety of jump rings on them. If you buy from a big box store versus online, maybe uh what's that place? Amazon, AliExpress or whatever, your jump ring, I feel like the jump ring quality is different, but all of them say made in China unless you buy from a different spot. Like even this says made in China. I just think that some of them are a little bit better quality. So you just got to keep that in mind. I'm not sure if other crafters that bead has a bead board that looks this crazy. This one is so long that it won't fit in the camera angle. So I I'm doing it this way. Well, I'm not. I don't even know. Yeah, sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going, my son. So I just kind of, and I think that for for me, sometimes I may be expecting too much from him, and so I have to always stop it. I have to stop that mental thought of, okay, should he be doing better? Am I doing bad? All those things that may go through parents' head. Am I the worst parent ever? Could I be better? Things like that. So we're going to use this little octopus, and I think the starfish. These are double hold, so it's not a big deal. You can just put a small little charm on the, not a charm, a bead bobble on the end of it. You don't have to make it connect to anything unless you want to. And I do recommend opening up all your jump rings first. It just makes it a lot easier when you're connecting your stuff together. This thing is all twisted. I think I wanted the octopus and took off the crab. Okay, great. I'll try this again. No, no, I didn't. But that's okay. I probably will end up just sucking it up and not really seeking it out. I don't want to seek too much discomfort. I think we're going to go ahead and make this quick little dangle, though. And to give it the true randomness, we're going to just put this little gold beading on it. I don't know why I need so many charms, because I don't. I should say want so many charms. That don't look right. But I do. I like them. I don't need any of them. And I haven't actively went out seeking. That's weird looking. We don't keep it. No, actively seeking charms at all. I have a bag. I have a bags. I have a big box of jewelry things that I just kind of throw in a box, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sort this later. and then I don't ever really sort it. And so I was cleaning as I'm trying to get my whole life together all at one time. I found that bag and I was like, oh, here are those things I've been looking for since 2007, for example, So yeah. So I think this will be cute right here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and open these split rings, these jump rings real quick. I have really, really enjoyed making these projects with y'all. I thank you so much for hanging out with me, sharing your stories, giving information, help, enabling opportunities, all that fun stuff. I do plan on going back to uploading videos, not just live streams. I had told y'all before, like whenever I plan things out, bad stuff happens. I never loop. Never. I I'm not good at it. So I'm always afraid that I'm gonna do it wrong. Because I messed up before, so I'm always like, oh, I don't want to try it. I'm scared. But if you tell me I should stop being scared, I'll definitely give it another go. So I had planned on doing a few things, and I got sick, and then my son was sick. Life happens, and this is broke. Now I twisted it the wrong way, and unfortunately, oh, rosettes. I love rosettes. I don't know what her name is now, but is it Tina's Messy Life, Messy World, Messy something? Used to be Tina's Crafty Life, and before that was something else. Tina Massey, her YouTube channel, she had did a rosette a long, 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 long time ago. And I watched it and I learned from her. I watched a few other people, and basically it's all the same. If you can make a fan fold, you could do a rosette. I'll do rosettes on Friday. But I do have videos. Yeah, Tina. Um, that's who I learned from. She didn't make the video for me, but I reaped the benefits of the video. She had made it for someone else. All right, so we're going to use this, all three different colors. And it was so funny. The lady that I watched when she was making her chunky chunk, she was like, I use the bottom. She used the manufacturer's loop. She said, so because it looks nice and pretty, not like mine. I was like, oh, this is my long lost sister. It wasn't, but I just thought that she had the same kind of take as I do about these crazy eye pins. Okay, so this is our first one. Now this part is going to be kind of ugly. You can't see it that well. And I've tried to film, my husband made me a makeshift little board thing. All right, have a great day, Cheryl. And it would be way more awkward to see that way than what we're about to experience. Okay, so I'm going to skip this one and go here. This is where we're going to put our keychain at the top. I just need to find my jump rings. I think we may stop this here actually, and I'll just come back and show it to y'all on Friday, because I'm not sure if you want to see this awkwardness going on. You let me know. We're going to go with silver. These are really dainty. They're very dainty. They're not sturdy enough for my liking. So we're going to skip those. And just use the silver. And it worked better. Now I got to lean in. Right. No one said yes or no. I'm going to put this S. O. S. Now we have two things of baubles. You know, whenever I record these, I always just start off with one and then I'll show you halfway down and then the other one. Because this, can be very boring. Another thing that you always want to make sure that you can try as best to do is keep your links, your chain links the same way. Because if not, your things will twist. Your baubles will twist. And it doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really matter, especially if you have a ginormous chunky one. But if you have like one that's kind of thin, like mine is a chunky charm on a diet, I guess you could say, compared to some of the other beautiful chunky charms that are out there, it could be you could be worried about it being huge and yours not. If you want large ones, then go big. If you don't, then you have to decide on how big you want your baubles and dangles to be. I tend to think that if I have a smaller one, right? If it's small, you'll be more apt to putting it on your handbag or your purse or your rearview mirror, whatever. What's that? Sun visor, something like that. So this is probably as large as I'll ever make it. And this is really long because I was thinking, man, I would love to make a bracelet probably when I made this one. But I mean, for a bracelet is fine, but I don't think that I would want to put this on my car keys if I still, if I was sticking a key in ignition, because it's gonna weigh it down. And some of the people that make chunky charms, they use big beads like these beads or bigger, and a lot of them because it adds girth to it. But you don't really want to put that on something that's not gonna hang up. Like if you want to put on maybe a Christmas tree would be okay. If you had a sturdy branch or maybe somewhere in your house that you're just gonna hang it. But I would not recommend just going full out putting that on your keys. So some people even make them with the little clasp, and that's what I want to try. I want to try some clasp next time versus not clasp. And if you make, if you decide to make one, it's not hard. It's just time, and do it in waves. Don't feel pressured to do it all at once. What is up with these jump rings today? Because, you know, if you say, oh, I'm going to make a chunky charm and you try to make it in an hour, it probably won't work unless you have your doodads and beads and dangles and all that stuff already fabricated. If not, then, you know, you could be upset with yourself because you've wasted a good hour or two thinking that you were ready when you weren't. So what I tend to do sometimes, I haven't did it in a long time because I haven't been really making these. When I watch TV with my son, I'll just pull these out and I'll just pick the colors that I want and I'll go from there. And I'll make the doodads and the baubles and the whatscallits and the who's it's. And then I'll yeah, the patience. But see, we're on a roll now. We have almost, you know, we've done everything. Now it's just to sit back and look at our work once we finish it. So Friday is rosettes. You're gonna need some glue, wet glue, your hot glue gun, paper, and some stickers, some die cuts. I watched this, you know, on Pinterest also. They sometimes tend to show people actively crafting. And I had watched this lady. I always talk about this lady. I don't know what her nationality is, but I don't think she was American. She was making like this intricate bead thing. And you should have saw how fast she was scooping those seed beads up. And I was like, ooh. And you know, she made a beautiful design, of course. But I was like, talk about patience. But some people bead for a living, whereas I just bead for fun. And yeah, that'll be easy for us. I was gonna work on that book, but I haven't made any real videos lately. So I was looking at my I hate to talk about it, analytics and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I need to adjust a few things. You know, I think that whenever we bring up analytics, it's kind of like eye roll. Because are the analytics for the viewer or for you? I watched someone who is not, I think that they do doll stuff. And he was like, okay, guys, I I looked at my analytics and guess what? Over 75% of the people that watch my videos unsubscribe. So if you like what you see, just subscribe. And I was like, ooh, okay. I'm not I was one of those people he was talking about. But I like to date people first. I don't like to just jump into a relationship with them. I want to see what they're about before I, you know, decide that I want to commit to them. Well, we were gonna do the cupcake ones. I don't know what the cupcake ones are. I just flatten them out and put them on stuff. I don't. I tried the other way, all nice and neat. And you know, I could do the crepe paper, but I could only sew them because I'm not a. Now that's patience. I'm not about to do the other thing. So, you know, this is a shorter, chunky charm. And you have to be mindful of that, especially since I want to put um, charms on it. So I love this charm. This one came from Michael's. It's very pretty. And you can see it's green and then blue. Love it. I did skip a spot, which is fine because we need to fill it in some. You know, Samara always says that she can't do certain things. I have full confidence that she could do anything she puts her mind to, right? Because she's always encouraging me that I can do stuff. I need a purple. I think for me, sometimes when I'm crafting, a new project, I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. And then when I do the project, I'm like, what were you so nervous for? You got it. Well, you know what, Deb? I'm going to put this in your box that I haven't mailed out to you, and you're going to get it. How about that, Deb? I really need to mail stuff out before mail prices go back up. So that's why I was cleaning up yesterday. I was like, ooh. And then I sent messages out, and I can't remember what's what because, I have such a great memory. So, my question to you all is this: are you more into craft ideas, buy the craft stuff and never make it? Or are you into I only buy what I need? So Deb, you want the seahorse or the turtle at the bottom? Just let me know. You can just put, in the comment section. So we got our SO. C. I put the SS. Oh, the SS Minnow, like Gilligan's Island. Alrighty. SO. I never like to double up my Chunky Charm pieces. Um, I must have some extra upper body strength because I feel like all these little jump rings are flimsy, and they're not all like cheap ones. I mean, jump rings are pretty cheap, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So I think that I, because I've seen people say I like crocheters, for example, yarn people, knitters or whatever. They're like, I only own X amount of yarn. I buy the yarn I need for a project, and that's it. And I'm like, big freaking whoop. No one, you're not normal. But, they are very normal. I'm the abnormal person. Yeah, I have a fear, which is coming true lately. Um, if I see something today and it's on sale, next month it will not be in stock anymore. And if it is in stock, it's 10 times the price it was previously. Deb, you didn't say which one. Turtle, okay. What you mean I don't have? I know I don't have to send it to you. I know that. It's a lot of stuff I don't have to do. But I must tell you, like I always say, you can't tell grown folks nothing, right? And it's supposed to go this way. Duh. All right. So let's see. We got. That's fine. I have so much stuff I need to put in the mail. Y'all can't see Jack. This went fast, very fast. We're almost done. Actually, we just have like 5 more things and we'll be done. Yeah, I don't have a plan when I buy stuff. I do have a mental thought of, ooh, I can make this, and then I never make that. I think that's why I like making those books so much because you can use a lot of materials up and you're also creating something pretty cool or pretty for the person. So I enjoy that. But, I like making books a lot. So I keep wanting to say that this is the bottom, but this is the bottom. I just need to find my split rings. Now, what I don't buy anymore of when it's on sale is yarn. I don't buy any yarn when it's on sale unless I'm actually going to make the project with that specific color. I do not buy any more yarn. And I had thought about getting in the harsh ones. I think it's called harsh ones. They have see the harsh ones or something, the crochet somebody. I was like, ooh, I could get in their group, but it's expensive. That subscription is it's worth it though. It's worth it. You get a pattern and you get the skeins of yarn you need, I think, and some other stuff. But I was like, I'm not um I'm not supporting that thought process, madam. Keep on trucking. Because if you're not gonna, some of the things, I think that's the thing about the subscription box too. Um, any subscription box, if you're not gonna open it up and work on it, or at least look at the stuff, you probably don't need it. And that's how I have been feeling lately with one of the stamp subscription boxes I'm in. I'm like, I need to just cancel this and get my money. But then they'll send out a cool one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss that if I don't. Because some subscription boxes, that's it. If you're not subscribed to that box, you don't get that item for 6 months, like on a later release or something. We have to put that on another spot. This little thing worked up fast. You have an underwater fairy right here. Yeah. I know you have been trying to get rid of your stuff, but some places like the local youth center, or it's probably easy just to take it one spot, but come on thing. You could probably donate it to those places as well. I'm not sure if they have those places where you live or not. Like the rec centers that have crafts, arts and crafts and stuff like that. And then, people right now are really taking a lot of used stuff. Nick, you crochet and knit? I didn't know that. When I lived in Italy, I had went to Pompeii, and that's where they make the camel. The images with the little, it's a lady like on porcelain in a locket, camels. I think it's called camel saws, and it was old Italian man, and they were saying that the youth, the younger Italians, did not really want to do that anymore. It was a dying art, and I can see why. This is, if you could, all of my handmade, besides the ones that are like knockoffs or whatever. Like it's a handmade thing, but he was sitting there just plucking away and making this little beautiful image. And then I was like, I could see why they don't want to do it, because your neck starts to hurt, your back hurts after a while. We got one left. It's not a lot of charms on here. We got one, two, we got three. We'll do one more charm right here. Oh, pom poms are nice, yeah. That is a good way to use up that yarn. Oh, I have a pom pom maker. I need to. Make something. You know, Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up, and I don't have to do anything, but I want to get the teacher something. But I am burnt out on attempting to be anything other than lazy right now. I don't want to do it. All right. This piece is gonna drive me crazy. Driving me crazy. All right, so here we go. And I have to find my split rings. I may actually have to buy some. And then, oh, fiddle faddle. Yeah, there's something wrong with these jump rings. Maybe it's just my brute strength. You know what? That's craft straight. That's my saying. I do want to make an Afghan though. I'm in a few of those. I'm in a few craft groups, and one of the groups I'm in is a crochet group. And older people are very particular about certain things. And so someone had put, yeah, I like to make these blankets, and the lady put in my day they were called Afghans. And I was like, ooh, let me get my popcorn because the comments about to, it's about to be on. So the lady wrote back, what's the difference? Like somebody put back, what's the difference in calling it a blanket or Afghan? And the lady was like, well, there's no, the person that wrote the whole, in my day they called it Afghan. She's like, there's no difference, but they're actually, they're called the Afghan. And I'm like, ma'am, just walk away. Okay, so this is it. And we just want to make sure I got it in every spot. So we should have two left, not more than two. So we got one, two, three. That's a double because I have to put that O in there. Yep, 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 yep. I missed one. Did I? No. The things you do when you're crafting, right? Like measurements. Ew. All right. Yep. I don't think I'm going to make the other one on camera, but we'll see. Maybe we'll run out of what's the faces. Thank you. Yeah, I just call them blankets. See? Yeah. You said turtle, didn't you? Yep. Um so I can't read patterns properly. Um but if I make a double crochet back and forth, I would just call it a blanket. If I followed a quote unquote Afghan pattern, then I would say this is the Afghan blanket. But if I'm only making my own, if I'm freestyling it, then it's whatever the hey I want to call it, right? So yeah, they went back and forth a little bit in the comment section about the name. I was like, I don't think it's that serious, y'all. So we're gonna put this turtle on the bottom, and this is at the top. Yeah, I don't know. just gotta find my jump rings. I have to mail out like 5 winnings or giveaways or whatever. So this is our, see if I can do this professionally because I'm working with a webcam and I don't know how to zoom in. All right, Deb, have a great day. Try to catch your video. Oh, it's stuck. This is the one thing I do not care for when I have like little loosey-goosey things on here. It could get stuck. So here we go. And then this thing right here will be at the bottom. That is our project. This semi-inspired it, right? No resemblance at all. But I like it. It's one of my favorite pieces. And y'all want to do anything else? If not, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. I do want to share this once more, how pretty it is. I like these. I don't know how to make these, but I want to try. I want to try. I even went out and bought some little bags. So I was like, this is cool. As to where those bags are now, I wouldn't know. I would not know. So anyway, we're doing, thank you so much. I really, really had a great time. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you on Friday. We're going to be making rosettes. Bring your scoreboards with you. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.